Thanks for joining us today. I am here with Kimberly Welch, and Kimberly is fascinating. She has really covered a nice range of I would call it art and science together. She is a Reiki master, but also certified in Medical Reiki, which is very rare. So Kimberly can actually be in the OR with you, or there in the delivery room if giving birth to a child. And Reiki is a fabulous modality, and we're going to talk about that a bit today. But as you can see with this beautiful display we have in front of us, she is also a sound therapist. So Kimberly, tell us a little bit about how you got into these two fields.
I have always been drawn to healing for as long as I can really remember. My mom very much taught me methods of her sense of wellness, and in terms of getting to this, I thought I was going to be a counseling psychotherapist. So my degree is from Nairobi University, and I have 3 extra years of trauma training, and I was out working with people, decided to learn Reiki to work on my self-care, and I lovingly call Reiki the healing gateway drug.
It is. I think many of us started there.
Almost everyone that I know that does something different is like, oh yeah, I'm a Reiki master.
Yeah, of course you are. Of course you are.
And so Reiki really opened the door for me, and when I needed healing personally, I talked to a friend of mine and I was like, I need something that's super quick. This is something that's very important to me. And she's like, well, why don't you come see my sound therapist? I was like, you say the what now? And she's like, well, just watch me get a treatment. Okay. So I did, in fact, watch her get a treatment, and just being in the room with the frequencies, I felt like a block of ice just melted off of me. And I was like, I'm even getting chills just kind of talking about it now. And I started taking treatments myself and just fell in love with the beauty of the modality, the quickness of it.
It is. You're working at a vibrational level in the body.
Indeed.
Yep. And without getting too deeply into science, there's quite a bit of information we have actually out on our channel from people who've looked at that, but it really does resonate at a soul level and at a cellular level.
Absolutely.
And so do you find that different frequencies have a different effect on the body?
I do. So this system is called acutonics with the forks. And they're tuned to planetary frequencies. So these pink ones, by example, are the planet Venus. And what they did was take the orbital frequency of Venus in a year and then speed it up into a sound that we can actually hear.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so, well, why planetary? Venus rules the kidneys. She works with the endocrine system and, of course, anything having to do with women. So I can get to those levels of treatment, as well as the emotional. Venus very much represents love.
Yes.
And the felt sense of love.
It's beautiful. So thanks for that introduction to the forks, but I noticed that you also have a singing bowl.
I do, and I use the bowls in conjunction with the forks. The forks offer precision in treatment, and the bowls encompass and spread out that precision. So
more of a general treatment? More of a whole body type of
Indeed, and a very felt sense of peacefulness. As we say in the modality of it, the bowls get in the cracks.
Oh, that's a beautiful way. Now, I know there are different size bowls. You have a very large one here. Is it tuned to a particular frequency or note?
Yes, this one is a D sharp. That also really resonates with the lower back. And I call it Alpha Bowl. The first time I heard it, all I could think of was from the Bible of, I am the Alpha and Omega, I am the beginning and end, and I'm like, I just heard creation. And so a bowl of this size, generally, it's a gonging type of bowl.
That's a very nice tune.
And they start taking on personalities. This bowl, I think, has met everybody, all the way from my plumber to my roofer to... It's kind of got a dog personality of like, but I want to meet you, and I want to meet you, and...
So is it one that if you were doing a sound therapy session with someone, you would begin or end with this bowl?
Yes, and I also place them on the body.
Oh, I have heard of that. I've taken a bowls class once. So where would you place this one on the body?
Very much on the lower back.
Lower back. So if I...
It's that D sharp really helps with back pain, and grounding your breath, grounding your spine. And you can actually do something pretty fun with it. Because of his size.
Now that's going to feel awesome on the cranial bones and in the ears.
Indeed, and it just lines the chakras right up.
Now, as a Reiki practitioner, have you done the combination of Reiki and your musical instrument?
Indeed, that's how my treatments very much work. And why I like to use Reiki with sound is I feel that Reiki helps the body metabolize the sound a little bit more.
Oh, that's a beautiful analogy.
Make it a little more usable. Yeah.
Now, when you're doing Reiki, because you're doing hands-on, is it a matter, are you doing something with that? Is it the idea of pulling that through or just grounding that body or helping with the distribution? Any sense of how that Reiki plays with the sound?
Metabolizing just really is what sticks with me there.
Yeah, that's an integration, so I like that. Metabolizing is a good word.
Yeah, and maybe it's from my training as a psychotherapist, but I find the head positions with Reiki to be very important. So oftentimes I will start a little bit with sound, get the person grounded, and then do the head positions hands-on. Mm-hmm. I also find, we as adults, we don't get enough non-agendaed touch.
Yes, and ambiguous touch is actually it brings up a different brain frequency, I find. And
it does.
So it really puts you into a meditative state by having, it's like, oh, I don't get touched this way. Or this way.
Right. Yeah. And so,
it's very gentle.
Even though these are sacred tools, they're still tools. So I like that combination of touch and also technique.
That's wonderful. Well, would you mind demonstrating the use of these tools for us?
Oh, I'd love to.
So join us in the next segment, and we'll ask Kimberly. We'll go ahead and set up a situation here, and you can watch how she approaches the use of her tools and her trade.